What's up YouTube, SavageHerobrine here, and welcome to another Nintendo video. In today's video, I'll be talking about Nintendo's Nintendo Direct at E3, so let's get into it. So I'm going to be doing a 4-part video for E3. I'm going to be making videos on Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony at E3. And then for the fourth and final part of my E3 video, I'll also be talking about other companies like Bethesda, Square Enix, and stuff like that. So yeah, let's start with Nintendo. So Nintendo had Nintendo Direct. So let's get into the stuff that they showed off before Smash. So we saw Fortnite get released for Nintendo Switch on that day, which was pretty cool. There's a lot of things hinting to Fortnite coming to Nintendo Switch. So that's cool that they released it on the day they announced it for Switch. And also Nintendo gave us their first Fire Emblem trailer for Nintendo Switch. For some reason, Fire Emblem for Nintendo Switch was delayed to 2019. We don't know why, but that's really surprising. I was hoping this game would come out in 2018, but it does look really cool and stuff. I'm really excited for that. And then they also showed us more footage for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, so that was really cool. And then we also saw Super Mario Party, which I was surprised to see a new Mario Party game coming this soon. But finally, they got rid of the freaking stupid car. You can now walk on the board independently outside of a freaking vehicle. It's back to the classic days of Mario Party now, so that's really cool and stuff. And the mini games that they showed off, they do look pretty fun and stuff, even though some of them are gimmicky with motion controls and stuff. But I think this will definitely be a solid Mario Party. Finally, we get a good Mario Party, and not stuff like the lame crapping gimmicks from Mario Party 10 with the whole Bowser gimmick and the cart gimmick and stuff. And then we also saw some indie games get announced, like stuff like Hollow Knight and stuff like that. That got announced, and we also saw footage for it. And some of those indie games also got released on the same day they were announced and stuff. So that's cool that there's indie games that also came out. And along with that, we saw a bunch of other games get announced, like games like Dragon Ball FighterZ we saw, which was really cool that we got to see those games get confirmed to come to Nintendo Switch and stuff. But then we also then got to see Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch. And Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch is the best Super Smash Bros. Ever. It's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, with all the freaking characters from Super Smash Bros. History. And then we also saw Ridley. It was so freaking crazy that we saw Ridley. I didn't even think Ridley would be in Super Smash Bros. But that was awesome. And then we also saw Daisy, which was really surprising and stuff. And we saw some more stuff for the Inklings, and we saw that there's so many freaking stages that are going to be in the Super Smash Bros. There's going to be over 80 stages for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and there's also going to be over 60 characters. It's going to be the freaking biggest roster and biggest Super Smash Bros. Game in history. It's so freaking crazy. I am really excited for this, and they also gave us a release date, which is surprisingly going to be December 7th, which is really surprising. I really thought it was going to be releasing when the online comes out and stuff, but it's cool that it's still coming this year, no delays or anything. This game looks freaking gorgeous. They definitely did improve the graphics and everything. That is really awesome. But for some reason, some people still think that this is a freaking Wii U port of Smash 4 for some reason, which I find really weird. I don't know why that's a thing. It obviously is a whole new game, especially since we have every fighter from Super Smash Bros. History, and we got some more stuff. We got new stages. We got a bunch of returning stages. It's the biggest Super Smash Bros. Game in history, so how the heck could this be a port? Even though that's really weird. Either way, I'm not even going to bother talking about that today anymore. So now that we've gotten all the games out of the way now, let's talk about the good and bad things for Nintendo's presentation. For Nintendo's presentation, they didn't give us too many things. We didn't get stuff like Metroid Prime 4 and stuff like that. And we didn't even get told anything more about the new Yoshi game. For some reason, that Yoshi game was also delayed to 2019, and we didn't get too many third-party games and stuff, which I was a little bit disappointed in stuff. I want to see what third-party games would come out for Nintendo Switch. But yeah, when Nintendo said that they were going to be doing Super Smash Bros. For most of the presentation, they were not kidding. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate took up more than half of the freaking Nintendo Direct, which was really crazy and stuff. I'm glad that we saw a bunch of Super Smash Bros. I just wish that we saw some more games and stuff. But either way, it was a fine Nintendo Direct. It wasn't anything terrible and stuff. But yeah, they did a good job at it. It wasn't the best. It wasn't as good as last year or anything like that. But it was definitely a solid Nintendo E3 presentation. It just wasn't like the best presentation. I don't think that Nintendo would be the one to win E3 this year, sadly, but they could have shown us a lot more games and given us more information about games that are going to come out later and stuff. So I really wish that they did, and told us more about the Pokemon game that's going to come out next year. The mainline Pokemon game, not Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, but a mainline Pokemon game. Sadly, they didn't tell us anything about that. But either way, yeah, it was fine stuff. I'm glad they announced new games that we didn't know about, but it annoys me that they didn't tell us more information about the games that they told us about last year. Either way, my review score for their presentation is an 8 out of 10. So yeah, that's basically my discussion on what Nintendo did for E3. So tell me your thoughts about Nintendo's E3 presentation in the comment section below. And without the way, SavageHerobrine out.